Okay, let's catch us. Let's catch us. Hey, look, congratulations, but also commiserations. I mean, you look, a draw isn't obviously it's not a loss, but it's not a win. What were your thoughts on the fight?
Thoughts were I didn't try hard enough, to be honest with you. The first 2 rounds I sort of cruised it and I was taking it easy. My last fight I won very easily in the first round with a knockout. It was a kickboxing fight, obviously. And I think I went into this one, I shouldn't have, but just kind of, it was only 2 weeks ago and I built really hard for that fight 2 weeks ago and then got this one on short notice and I wasn't really interested. I just thought, oh yeah, I'll jump in, give it a go. It wasn't until the 4th round that I actually started trying to win. Before then I was just trying to be part of the sport, you know, put on a night, turn up kind of thing, get paid. Which is the wrong attitude, and it's the reason I got a draw. And frankly, should have probably lost. But hey, it's the game.
Watching you warm up, I cruised back here to go grab something, and it was absolutely, you know, it was a little bit scary hearing you hit the pads. And you know, when you went in there too, it was totally different. This not using your feet, you know, just using the hands. I could see you at times wanting to throw, but not. Is it a bit of a mind game, not throwing when you're in there?
It's frustrating because anybody who's seen me kickbox knows that kicking is my strength. I've got 9 knockouts in kickboxing. All of them are either from a knee or a kick. I haven't got a single punching knockout. I've got some 8 counts with kind of just straight 2s down the middle. Like, well, my hands are all right, but they're not great. We've been doing boxing training to try and improve them, but really my strength is in the kicking. So when I started feeling like I was behind, then I wanted to throw kicks because I was like, fuck, if I could take his front leg out, which I could have, it would have been a whole nother game. But if I could have taken his front leg out, he would have known how to block kicks. It would have been a whole nother fight, you know?
So for those watching back home, doing a boxing fight tonight is almost going against everything you've been taught and trained.
For sure. I mean, I started doing Kyokushin karate when I was, I'm not even sure, maybe 8, 9, 10, something along those lines. My whole life has been left punch, left kick. Left punch, right kick. My whole life is 1, 2, 3, low kick. 1, 2, 3, low kick. Straight 2, left, you know, kick to the liver. When you're getting close, I got him in a couple of tie grapples, and all I wanted to do was throw a knee, and it's like, no, I'm not allowed. And the tie grapple doesn't work that well in boxing because you're not allowed to sweep, leg trip, you can't throw a knee. Whereas in Thai boxing, he would have been susceptible to knees. Obviously, it's boxing, so he's not defending them, which is why he's susceptible to them. And so it's different for me. And especially, we got this fight on a week and a half notice. Maybe I was sick last week when I took it. And then, so usually you kind of rest the week before you train, before you fight. So I didn't really train for this fight because I started tapering about 2 weeks before my last fight, and that was 2 weeks ago, so it's been about a month.
There was one thing you certainly showed in that fight was aggression, and certainly as a kickboxer finalist in the King of the Ring, you started coming forward, you're finding your own sort of strength home in those last rounds. Did you feel that as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that last round I was trying desperately to put him down. I just couldn't quite do it, and the fitness didn't quite have it. And look, he's tough, man. Full credit to him. And he was defending well, and he was blocking well. And my options aren't that good in boxing. In kickboxing, if I had him in that same position, I would have been trying to throw knees, elbows, kicks, whatever. But when it comes to boxing, I'm limited. I don't have that many tools in my toolbox, and so I started getting a little bit frustrated because I couldn't land on him because his guard was so good.
Not that it puts you off, but it probably gives you a new appreciation for boxing. You jumped in tonight, you had a boxing fight. What's next? You going to have a boxing one again, or are you going to focus on the kickboxing?
For now, it's getting married. I'm getting married in January. So after my last fight, my missus told me I wasn't allowed to fight again before the wedding. And then we got a boxing fight 2 weeks later, and oh yeah, all right, we'll get a bit of cash for towards the wedding. It'll be good. So we sort of jumped in. For me, I'm 30. I'm getting a little bit on now in the fight career, so it's time to start thinking about when I'm going to hang the gloves up. And I desperately want a King of the Ring title belt. So before I can hang him up, I've got to give the 8-man another crack, and I've got to take it home.
Oh, you heard it here first. Just as I was about, you know, you're getting me excited, those sort of talks. That was a great fight tonight. I don't see this as a loss at all. You know, it's the first pro debut. You're going to focus a bit more on the kickboxing now. Marriage in January. When do you think you'll jump back in again next year?
Oh, as soon as I can. Marriage in January, so I imagine We're going to try and keep fit over the Christmas break, over the summer and that. I'm not injured. Usually I end up having a fight and I'm injured and I end up taking 2, 3, 4 months off, and then it's starting from scratch again. Well, after my last fight, I won first round knockout. This fight, boxing only, so legs, knees, everything's fine. So not really feeling any injuries. So there's no excuses, really. There's no excuses to lose the fitness over Christmas. And hey, you got to look good in the wedding photos. So
Good call. Are you looking good tonight? You didn't take too much damage, just one on the shoulder. We look forward to your next fight, and a bit of a shout out to Jason Studley for that next King of the Ring championship title.
The last King of the Ring was amazing, man.
It was.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Cool. Cheers, mate.